days to that one guy.
I say we first go back to...
I want to
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay. My internet dropped, and I need to get the stream back going. I think it might be back. But I have the wrong screen on it.
I want to high five myself.
Please don't.
That's a really bad plan.
Yeah, the stream is back up.
Might be a bad plan, but it would be cool.
We're talking about getting a new internet provider, but that might be in a few weeks or that might be in a few months. So, like, this situation may or may not be getting better for me.
There we go.
Who's your current service provider?
Me?
Buckeye.
Or Ashley?
Ashley. Said it's
I think
what?
it's Buckeye.
Buckeye? I've never heard of that.
Fuck Buckeye. Really? All my homies hate Buckeye.
Yeah, Buckeye.
I think my grandparents used to have that.
I honestly thought it was only a Northwest Ohio thing.
Ashley's from Oregon, right?
What? I'm from Toledo. What are you talking about?
Toledo.
Oh!
I thought Oregon's close enough.
See, when Free said my grandparents, my brain short-circuited.
For some reason, instead of Oregon, my mind immediately went to Oklahoma, and I was like, where did that come from?
No, I'm talking about, down.
Okay, that makes more sense.
It's really close to here and is in Northwest Ohio.
We're getting distracted.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's okay. It gave me time to get the stream back up. You were discussing what you were gonna do when my internet stopped working briefly. Did you come to any conclusions?
Time travel back in time to the day that we got from the lady. I'm sorry. I'm very bad at names.
Margot.
Current Margot. Don't let Ezra control what we're doing because we don't want to break time.
He can't break time if he doesn't know who I am, right?
No, that's not how it works.
But think about it. Past you would know that you would want to go back in time to high-five yourself if time travel was a thing. So if you high-fived yourself back in time, past you would know that it was you because that's a thing you would want to do.
Bold of you to assume I'm smart enough to even know how what you said works.
Also, wouldn't you right now know where you were back then? Couldn't you just avoid?
But he actively wants to.
Yeah,
He does know where he was.
Yeah, I know where I was, and I want to go high-five myself.
How bad would it be if we broke time?
I mean, it's already breaking.
What's a high five?
Exactly.
So we go back in time to what Margot gave us.
That's the plan?
We should probably get out of the pit before we do.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if...
Or maybe we should be in the pit, because
it's
going to be the town there.
Well, no, I mean, like, get out of the pit because we don't want to, like, time travel and be underground.
But since all the ruins are here, wouldn't this be ground level and then anything above it be in this middle of the sky?
No,
Not
ruins fell down.
necessarily.
Oh, okay.
I looked it up once. Ruins get buried because of the way the ground shifts.
Oh, I'm imagining like Pompeii.
I mean, yeah, that one did get buried. Some of them do. Some of them get, like, sink down and get built on top of.
So we need to go up. So we don't teleport into the ground.
We could pose the hypothetical to Margot. Just
Or we could
hypothetically.
ask her like normal people and not let her know that time travel is real.
Yeah.
Like, hey, when all of this was like the first era, was it actually down here or was it up there? Subtlety is key. We're not allowed to tell people that time travel exists.
I mean, I feel like she's already thinks this was really weird. But yes, we can do that.
Yeah, I mean, weird is better than knowing that time travel exists, to be fair.
Okay, so you're asking Margot. She gives you the confused look of, you ask some really weird questions, and says, it would have all been closer to the modern day street level. Most of this has shifted down and gotten built on top of, or just buried by the natural movement of the earth.
Geology.
Yeah. I'm sure there's someone in the search who would know more about the reasoning behind it than I do. I just know the basics. But yeah, it would be closer to the modern day street level. I'm not sure it would be exact, but
Okay.
Cool. In that case, yes, you do want to go upstairs.
I lead the way back upstairs.
Cool. Howler follows.
So how do we do this? Do we have to like hold hands or
There usually is some physical contact required, yes.
I think we all just need to touch Howler, don't we?
It's the worst part of the whole situation, but like,
Physical
whatever.
touch.
I put my hand on Howler before it's even
Please stop.
Sorry.
It's okay, I recognize you were doing it for the goof.
I was trying to be supportive.
Oh.
on
That's
your way
also
back
fine.
up, by the way, Margot tells Wildfire to stop back by in the evening, and she'll introduce her to her co-worker, friend, person.
Yeah. Guys, this is the best day of my life.
Well, use that as motivation to like do really good when we time travel, I guess.
This is the best day of my life. Immediately leaves that day.
Yeah, but we're gonna come back to this day.
Are we?
Hopefully.
Probably.
I really hope we do, because if not, I'm gonna be very sad. Because I'll have ghosted that poor chick. Alright. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sid.
Yep.
Give me a d20 roll to see if you manage to plug this thing in properly and it works.
Question: does it need to be higher or lower? What is the good roll here?
What's always a good roll?
Well, I don't think it matters in this case because I did roll a 6.
Luck.
Okay.
Reroll it.
Luck?
Yeah, luck.
Luck?
He has the luck feat.
I have the luck blade. I still have this. I still have 2 wishes on deck.
Oh,
at any
right.
point.
Wait, are you using a charge of the wish spell?
No,
No.
I'm just using luck.
Okay, I was like,
So, like, what does that mean?
You can re-roll and pick either.
Oh, okay, cool. Please don't roll worse. Alright, that one was a 15.
Okay. So you tap this date into the magic time travel stick as the Protectors of Nexus showed you, which, by the way, I rediscovered that the leader's name is Cregan. We don't talk to him very often, so I totally forgot, but I found it. Anyway. You all have the odd sensation of time traveling, and just drop about 3 inches to the pavement, or rather cobblestones, beneath you as you arrive. What you suspect is 826 years and 3 days in the past.
I feel like each and every one of my cells wants to throw up.
Where can I buy fantasy apple stock?
I have never done that before. Oh.
I'm gonna look around and make sure we don't stand out in like our dress and stuff.
Probably.
Who cares?
You absolutely do stand out.
I'll just have disguise to look like the first person I see, like clothed.
As you are looking around in this forum, it's very similar to the forum as you know it. None of these buildings are exactly the same, but the street layout and the way it's constructed look similar to what you're familiar with now. It's the same time of day, so morning. We're getting toward the end of the market time. So the forum is emptying out, but there are still enough people there that they're kind of staring. And why don't you all roll me perception to see if you notice any more specifics about this scene.
Shit, son of a bitch.
I rolled a 26.
I rolled a dirty 20.
I rolled...
Please tell me what exactly I see.
Yeah, I rolled a dirty 20.
That's 17.
15.
Did you say perception?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a 9. I have a quick question though. Does the Adventurers Guild exist right now?
No.
Okay.
Imagine not having a +9 to perception.
Imagine not having a +11 to perception. Could not be.
Imagine not having a +3 to perception. I did not min-max this character.
I didn't min-max Howler
Nor
either.
did
I had a +3 to wisdom. I just have expertise in looking at stuff.
I have expertise. My forte is passive perception. I have like 23.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Same.
Observant feat, man. Anyway, what are we seeing?
Yeah.
Okay. You are seeing that most of the people here look almost but not quite elvish, whereas the population of this town in your modern day is largely human. You have heard that people in the First Era were all more closely related to some possibly theoretical ancient fae than the modern day races that you all know.
My brothers.
Pretty much. Pine is pretty close to the original race of quote-unquote humankind, for lack of a better phrase that is inclusive of all of the fantasy races in D&D. This is why it is in fact cannibalism when Damakoth ate people.
Semantics.
I know people have gotten into arguments with me over that on multiple occasions, and I just want to say that it is cannibalism because all of the races are descended from the same race, therefore
Regardless
cannibalism.
of which one is the definition of cannibalism, it has happened.
Yeah.
Who's are? Why would?
How else are you supposed to dispose of a body?
I'm scared that I'm sitting across from.
Hey, at least he's not in a cult that eats people, okay?
What is someone in
Don't
a?
give him ideas now.
Yeah, there's the
I told you they don't eat people.
they definitely eat people, okay?
Who?
This is canon and it will remain canon in my mind.
Poor Casper just chose that time to walk in and grab something. Whoops. You do notice.
Honestly, I feel like Damocles would be the one to start that cult.
Those of you who got
Not
it.
Damocles now.
That's what we're doing time traveling, see?
The other thing about these people is that they're relatively quick to like look at you strangely and then go back to what they were doing. The curiosity of what the fuck is going on is still on their faces, but it doesn't seem to be the most pressing matter in their minds. Except for those of you who got a 20 or above. Please don't fucking die.
Emily's dying.
She just swallowed some monster down the wrong pipe, I think.
That's not how you get caffeine.
Well, it was good knowing her. Rest in peace.
She can't hear any of you right now.
That really hurt. I'm sorry, everyone.
It's okay as long as you aren't dead. I would hate to have to like write a eulogy or something about how you died while playing D&D because you choked on your monster.
That I would be going out doing what I love.
Hacking up a lung?
I'm taking shitty food-related BuzzFeed quizzes in the background of this using just the photos. And I just read the phrase Omaha wet buttered lettuce.
Things I didn't think I'd hear today.
Or Iowa friendship plate.
What the fuck?
Provo style salmonella chicken. Sorry, continue. Creamed water?
You say continue and continue to scream.
Hello. Trash spaghetti. I'm sorry.
Okay. So they're largely unconcerned with you, except for those of you who got a 20 or above, one person who continues staring for an instant longer than everyone else and quickly turns away and leaves the forum.
I start following.
Yeah, Howler's immediately on his ass.
I guess I'll walk behind everyone, walking in a strange direction for no reason.
I will say, this way.
Same.
Okay, cool. What are we doing? Where are we going?
Dude
There's
was
a guy,
staring.
a person, I guess, looked at us weird. We're good, and then left immediately. So, like, if that doesn't, like, immediately bleed suspicion to you, then, like, I don't fucking know why you're in the adventuring party anyway.
Oh, it's probably Damos Mydrin. I'll call out very loudly, Damos Mydrin! After
Okay,
the guy.
you're such a big help right now, Pine. Could you maybe shut the fuck up for a second, though?
As you are following this guy and you call out, Sorry, I just saw that Emily posted the quiz on our Discord. I have to look at that later. This is a distraction.
I'm not a fucking true American, and I hope this quiz doesn't. I hate this bitch ass country.
This must be a joke.
Yeah. So, as you call out and you're following this guy, he glances over his shoulder and gets this sheer look of panic on his face. He kind of keeps walking away from the forum and dodges into an alley, but he doesn't make any attempt to conceal that.
I will follow into the alley, but I do kind of have my hand ready to pull out my quarterstaff if need be to smack a fool.
How high are the buildings?
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up to a roof.
They're all 2 or 3 stories for the most part.
Okay, 3 stories. I can Misty step up to the top. I'll follow from the roof.
I
Yeah, I'm also
honestly, I thought they said you have your hand out ready
gonna
to
climb onto
toast.
the roof. I'm gonna fall from the opposite side.
Oh, dang it.
He
I didn't roll a 1.
really wants a
I
1.
really want to roll a 1.
Are you just gonna start burning your spell slots in order to...
Bold of you to assume that's not already what's been happening.
Did you ask me to roll for anything? I cut out for a minute there.
No, I didn't.
Cool.
I'll head into the alley as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Howler's still following.
I do want you to roll to see if you get up on the roof successfully, Aradia.
I would guess that would be acrobatics.
Yeah.
15.
That's enough. You pretty easily scale a building. They are largely decoratively carved, so it's really easy for someone like you to find hand and footholds to climb up. So you and Ezra are following on the roofs. Everyone else is following on the ground. As you come to the alley, you find that this guy, who you assume is Deimos given his reactions, has just stopped and is like motioning for you to stay quiet. As you get closer, you see that he's very certainly human, not whatever this ancient race of not quite Eladrin are. And he's, in his late 40s, you think. And he just, motions for you to come over quietly.
Okay, hey, what's up?
Who are you and how did you get here?
Who are you?
Nobody answer that question.
How did you get here? I was gonna ask who you are.
You answer first.
Yeah.
You already know my name. I'm Deimos Mydrin. I ended up here about 2 years ago when not 2 years ago, sorry. Brain shit out on the time travel thing in the moment when it actually mattered. He's like, I got here a couple days ago. Was the cataclysm thing. I don't know, ground started shaking. I was here in town. I assume it was the future. These people are kind of weird, but...
Hold on, I thought we didn't have any records of him. Nobody recognized your name in the present we're from.
Well, it's because I started using a different name.
No, it's fine. It was just a bit of an earthquake. A couple holes opened up.
I don't think anyone else came here with me.
Wait, you used a different name, so are you or are you not Nameless Matron?
I mean, I am, but that's the name I'm using here. And I don't know who you are or where you came from, so I'm not going to tell you what name I was going by in my old life.
My name is Wildfire.
Don't give him information. We're from the Adventurers Guild. That's all you need.
I can see that, but seeing as how the Adventurers Guild doesn't exist here,
He knows approximately when we're from. By that I mean the future.
yeah, but he doesn't know when he is.
Why did we even track down him again? What was the point of this?
We were trying to find the princess.
What would he have to do with it?
Allegedly he fell down here at the same time the princess did.
Are you sure you're alone here?
Well, I haven't met anyone else that's, clearly not from here.
Because
Is this the first place you ended up, or did you go through a few places?
This was the first place. It's taken me a couple days to gain at least a little bit of trust of the people here. They already think I'm kind of weird, but I don't know. I think I like it better.
can we know what name you chose to go by just so we can figure out our records?
Well, Deimos is the name I've chosen to go by.
I
And
mean,
I'm still not sure I'm comfortable telling you my given name.
what could we lose if we tell him when we're from?
As far as I know, not much of anything. I mean, other than the fact that he knows he's from the future and that this is the past. He might do something about that and be like, "Oh, I'm from the future." Whoa, and then like, Riley.
Well, if he decides to
Riley.
try, if he decides to try and mess with time overall, and Wildfire will just crack her knuckles, I can take care of it.
We probably shouldn't kill him because I believe this person is the head of the entire family. It's like some like dark Netflix shit, you know? Have you seen that show on Netflix, Dark? You go back in time and you're like your own grandma or something. That's like what this
Oh
is
yeah,
based
I've seen that play. Yeah.
I wouldn't kill him. I just punch him until he stops. And she says that like super casually with a smile on his face right in front of this dude.
So you're telling me that you're all from the future?
Yes.
Riley!
That was just Tyler.
There's a cat in this alleyway?
Riley has
No,
confirmed.
that was just Tyler meowing for intimidation.
I still technically have a cat bag with my stuff.
You do. You have Bilbo's cat bag.
Hey, Duder.
I swear to God, if you get on this chair with me, I'm going to throw you off.
Look,
No, be nice to the cat.
Deimos, we're only here because we're trying to find the princess.
The princess? You mean
You should know.
You mean Kylan? The king's daughter.
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't seen her. I think I would know if I had.
She disappeared at the same time you did.
Well, as you can probably guess, I don't know a lot about what happened in the aftermath of those events.
I swear we have no malicious intent. We just want to find her, and you could help us.
Quick thing, you
Can
got
I
any,
just say-
broken bones? Any like fractures or?
No.
Were you gonna heal him to get on his good graces?
I was thinking maybe he's the because he said he's in his 40s, and The bones are of a 40s man.
But why?
South second move. This is the dude that died.
But how? That wouldn't make sense. 'Cause the
What?
bones.
No, we got this guy from a journal. That's where he got his name.
So, can we know your real name?
No, I'm leaving it behind.
Come on, it's a name. It's not a big deal.
Honestly, I don't really see the whole point in all of this. We can just let it be.
I want to know.
I agree. I think this name is something.
I'll pay you.
Fine, the payment isn't necessary. It's Gregory. I just hate it. I told you.
Yeah, no wonder you can leave that behind.
I told you it wasn't
Inside
important.
check.
Okay.
Check. Is his name Gregory?
I dated a guy named
Roll it.
Gregory.
Greg rules, okay?
14.
I dated a guy named Gregory, and he was the literal worst.
Is anyone else going to roll insight on this?
Yes,
I don't give a shit enough.
Sure.
I'm rolling insight because I want
That's
to
a
roll
six.
dice. And
I'm going to use Tides of Chaos to give me advantage. Because I really want chaos to happen. That's a mathematics. It's significantly better.
I got a 24.
I got a 14.
Wait, so the next spell you cast will go wild?
If Freeze decides so. Which I hope is a yes.
Okay.
I got it. Yeah, because I use Tides of Chaos to get advantage. Because I want to cause a wild magic surge.
Not in the past. Just not in the past. That's all I care about. Don't look
No,
at
that'd
me
be
like
cool.
that.
You'll have like an own article that you could look back in the future.
But what if it's something insane that breaks time?
So what if I accidentally summon Cthulhu?
Is that on the list?
It's implied that's what number 10,000 is. The stars are right.
Okay. So if this guy is lying, he is lying very, very convincingly because none of you think he's lying.
Okay.
You're pretty sure his name was Gregory.
Gregory Myron? Mydron?
Oh, it was Astor. I took the name of a local noble thinking that it was cooler. I suppose that was kind of stupid in the hindsight, but
Wait, the 26 didn't work?
well, it
Unless
didn't
there's
work
one
because
free.
he's not lying.
Oh, I thought you said he was lying, but very convincingly.
I said
Okay.
that if he is,
My bad.
he's lying convincingly, so.
I didn't hear the if, and I was like, whoa.
So you are positive that you haven't run into the princess?
I have not. I didn't see anyone else come here when I did. I ended up in the forum similarly to you. But there was no one else.
Ooh.
Ooh, wow.
Beep,
What?
beep. Beep, beep, beep. Ooh, I love that microwave jam. Give me some more of that beat.
That
That's what that
sounded
was?
like a fire alarm.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Is everything okay?
Haha, well, the beat's fire. We got him, kids. Turn the stream off. It's over. Game's finished. Alright, cool.
Does the princess like adorn themselves with anything like a
We need to take a break.
crown or
That
like
that noise just Emily's having a panic attack.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
We can reconvene in 10 minutes or so. break time is over. We are back. So Pine was going to ask about anything distinctive that the princess might wear. I feel like there was other discussion going on, and my brain is betraying me. Yeah, so that's where we left off. You are standing in an alley with Deimos Mydrin, formerly known as Gregory Astor, and he's kind of contemplating the fact that taking the name of a noble from the future is probably not the greatest idea, but here we are. He's done it anyway. Yeah. So what are you all doing in response to this?
Yeah, I guess
Wildfires.
I'll ask him about if the princess is known to adorn themselves in anything specific.
He kind of breaks out of his little reverie and is like, well, I don't know. They're like a kid. Well, not a kid, but a teenager.
You okay? Did you just try to eat a die?
My defense, they're sitting with my popcorn.
I just watched him throw a D6 into his mouth.
That's a D8.
Oh.
That's the most D&D player thing I think I have ever heard.
It's a D&D equivalent of artists drinking their paint water.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
I wish you guys could have gotten the visuals of that. I looked up at just the right moment to see. I heard ow and him slowly pulling a die away from his mouth.
What can I say? I'm talented.
Well, so Deimos continues with, I don't know, they don't tend to wear anything, like, I guess, nicer clothes than
naked?
most people. You didn't let me finish.
Oh. Sorry.
It was more like, they don't wear anything particularly special. I guess their clothes are slightly nicer than most people's. If they wear jewelry, it's not like a special piece of jewelry or anything. It's just jewelry.
Okay.
Should we ask around and see if anyone saw her?
Have any weird-looking rich kids been around lately?
Yes,
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Wait, why not?
Well, most of these people are prepared to just turn a blind eye, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, to the weird. Asking questions seems like a bad idea. I don't entirely know what time we're in here, but from what I've been able to gather over the last 5 days, things seem a little politically tense, and asking around after some sort of nobility would probably raise suspicion and genuinely cause these people to not be able to turn a blind eye to the weird anymore.
So do we need to just... I turn to the others. Do we just need to, like, head back then?
How did you get here in the first
Plan
place?
B.
Time travel?
You're saying you have command of it? It wasn't just a fluke like when I arrived?
No, we kind of did the same thing. Our friend jumped into the chasm, and we followed after, and we ended up here as well.
Huh.
Never said we had control over it. I just said that's here.
Yeah.
When did
I lean over to Pine. Are we lying to him?
Yeah, this is like trapped in the past, and we're just like lying
We
to
could
his
save
face.
him.
Yeah, but he didn't like being Gregory Aster. Now he gets to be fucking Deimos Mydron, okay? If he goes
Yeah,
back,
he's
he has to be
supposed to
called
s-
Gregory, okay? And no one wants
He
that.
has.
You can
He's
get a
also
name.
here to start the noble line. Like there isn't a noble name to yoink to become Damon Astor or whatever the fuck his name is right now, if he doesn't exist this time period. I said it was some like Netflix dark shit where you go back in time and affect the future,
But
and you
that
become your
just
grandma.
that just feels kind of fucked up. I mean, how important is this noble family anyway?
Let's at least give him the choice.
Yeah.
For sure.
We could
Sometimes you
Yes,
go
just
back
tell
in
him that
time.
we're
But then he
looking for
rat
a
us
way.
out, okay?
We could just tell him
Sometimes
that
you
we're
go back
looking
in
for
time
a
and
way to
fuck the
go.
guy your dad's having an affair with when you were a young boy. It just happens sometimes, okay?
Look, Deimos.
Yes.
We can get you.
Silence. I cast silence.
I turned to him, I'm like, we're looking for a way back as we search for the princess. Would you like us to let you know if we find one?
You say in complete silence because it's a 30-foot radius.
Why would you do that?
We can't let him know.
Why?
He just gets this like
He could rat us out.
That's
really
a little sus-
really confused look on his face, and he's
I
like
pull out a
looking
notebook
between
and start,
all of you, and
I pull out a notebook and start writing.
he mouths as
I'm gonna-
clearly
can
as he
I-
can, "I don't want to go back."
I turn to
Cool.
Pine. I write, "Was that so hard?" and show the notebook to Pine.
Yes.
I write, "Dispel it."
Yeah.
All right.
He's,
Does this guy like have means for living though?
I mean, he doesn't look like he's been struggling too terribly for the last 5 or so days that he's been here. So
Give him a shit ton of your money. That's what you do with your money. You make this guy filthy rich.
That's why.
And that's how he becomes a noble.
I'll spot him and then collect interest from his family when we go back.
Oh yeah. Yes.
after
going
you
back in time and
dispel the
investigating
silence, he's like, "I don't want to go back, but I am a little bit curious. How long ago was this whole thing for you?"
I can't tell him what day it is because I literally do not remember, but I would tell him if I did.
We're like 800 years in the past. or
800
something.
years, give or take a couple decades.
Well, that is good to know, but I meant when the thing happened that brought me here. Do you know
2
anything
years.
about
That
the
was 2
aftermath?
years ago from when we were investigating.
2 years.
It ripped a big hole in the city, and the princess disappeared,
I fell down.
There were also random bones at the bottom of the chasm.
and we're trying to figure out who those are.
Don't know anything about that. But,
I
Didn't
thought they were
figure.
yours, but
well, as you can see, I'm alive.
Well, I mean,
Does
maybe
anyone-
800 years from now though, so.
I thought you were about to say, "You won't be." I pull out my.
That is true,
I
but I
can't
can be
die.
content with that. He's like, well, if you can find your way back to when you came from.
We can.
You seem strangely confident about that.
He just cast silence because he didn't want me telling you.
I see. Well, rest assured your secret is safe with me. I have no intention of stirring up more trouble than I already have.
How much damage could I take with a really, really hard facepalm?
You could take a whole ass point of damage. I have done facepalms hard enough that I definitely would have taken damage if it were D&D, so.
Why don't we trust this dude? He told us his name. I don't get what the big deal is.
Names mean nothing.
Names
He could've just
actually
made up Greg.
names actually do mean a lot in the D&D universe if you're playing the right class.
Well,
Yeah,
we're not
an
playing the
Necromancer.
right class.
I was trying to remember the name of the class, which is why I was looking at you, Grant.
Yeah, Onomancy. Name magic.
They also killed Onomancy.
This also isn't technically the D&D universe, so.
Yeah.
Well,
It's sort of the D&D
The
universe.
canon D&D universe can eat my shorts.
I'm
Names mean nothing to Howler.
I'm trying to justify Wildfire being so nice, okay? Leave me alone. She's just nice. She has golden retriever energy. I don't get.
You're valid. Howler doesn't have golden retriever energy and wishes to counter it.
Literally, someone needs to sit her down and explain these things to her if they want things to go well in the future.
Listen, Wildfire, he doesn't want to go back because in the future reality his name is Greg and that name fucking sucks. And also, I guess the society is nicer here.
I know, but no, I mean, I don't know why we couldn't just arrest him. I get it. I don't get it.
We couldn't arrest him? I'm not the cops.
No,
A-
couldn't have asked him
About what?
if he wanted to go back.
But he just told us.
I know, no.
Oh, about the because he's affecting the future, sort of, because like he is going to start a noble family. So I don't really see why that's so important.
What the
What?
fuck just happened? Did you guys hear
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
I think
supposed to happen.
everyone disconnected from the Discord call and reconnected at the same time. It's probably a Discord thing.
Weird.
Discord crapped itself.
I am admittedly a little concerned about my computer's battery life, so,
Do we need to just head back to our time and call it a session?
I would say it's probably a good idea to wrap up the session relatively soon.
Okay. I want to buy a
But-
souvenir before then, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too worried about it, but yeah.
I also want to buy a souvenir before we leave. Wait, I don't have any money.
Reese, I think I accidentally just tried to video chat you somehow.
You
through
did.
Discord.
It's okay.
Okay. I don't know how that happened. I was just reaching over my phone and my shirt brushed against something and then I was suddenly calling him and I was like,
So, is there anything else you're saying to Deimos Mydrin while you're here?
Well, Deimos,
Good luck. Don't be afraid to fuck.
I
Got
cannot
it.
top that. I can't top that.
I didn't intend for it to rhyme. It just sort of happened that way.
That was golden.
I'll look to him and say, listen. Make Gregory a more acceptable name in the future.
Name your child that.
I will not.
You can name your child after me.
Listen, if you name your kids Gregory and they're great, then Gregory will not be hated in the future, and other Gregorys like you won't hate that they were named Gregory.
Gregory solidarity, bro.
You can do good.
I will keep that in mind.
If I ever manage to get to G, I'm not going with that.
I only heard that through Emily's mic, but I am very amused.
What?
I'll
what
say
was
that
it?
again. If I ever get to G, I am not going with that.
All right. Well, let's buy souvenirs and go home.
Okay.
And then someone needs to sit down Wildfire and have the talk with her. Not that the talk, the other the talk, the time travel talk.
Okay. The market forum is pretty open. What are you looking for in a souvenir?
I want to get a pretty necklace. Well, would that be too forward to take on a first date?
Considering
Probably
how
wants a scarf.
she's an archaeologist, perhaps not.
Yeah, I want to get her an artifact. A piece of cool jewelry. I'll just be like, hey, I found this.
In pristine condition from centuries ago.
That'll get you laid for sure.
I know, it will.
Upon re-entering the forum, like, dead across the way, Howler immediately spots this whole, like, portable, shop set up with just these lovely rainbow of scarves hanging off of it.
Oh, fuck yeah. Take me to Scarf City, baby!
I want to find a pretty ring so I can have a girlfriend.
You are pretty easily able to find a jewelry stand as well.
This is it. Wildfire is settling down.
New character. She's gonna buy a pretty ring.
Okay.
No, necklace. Ring
Okay.
sounds like she's proposing.
I want to find a sick ass ancient instrument if possible, and yeah, see if there's any cool trinket thingies. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, damn, yeah, I want a cool knife, too.
Do you have any, like,
Thanks for reminding me that my class exists.
What did you say, Maya?
do they have any, like, antique, like, swords or shields or daggers or...
It'd be hard to find antiques in the first era.
I mean, antiques for our time.
So, anything.
Yeah, you're all looking for stuff that's easily findable in a market such as this. So, you're able to find a instrument shop. It's one of the brick and mortar stores that's here all the time, and a blacksmith is on the corner of the forum. There isn't a blacksmith here in your time, but it's here now, and they seem to be making some pretty good quality stuff.
Personally, when I was looking at my character sheet earlier, I saw once again this note that says I have currently 18 daggers on me.
Jesus.
You gonna collect another?
I think I'm gonna weapon. If there's a magic deck, I'll take that. But I think I'm gonna be looking for things that like we wouldn't be able to find back home, like old spells or like recipes that are out of style, or like old stories about like treasure that's no longer like known about, and see what I can find when we go back.
Yeah, how magical is the first era? Is it like more or less magical than like where we're from?
It's definitely more magical. Almost everything here has, like, if you were gonna cast Detect Magic, everything but the cobblestones would probably light up.
Oh,
I'm getting 2 magic daggers.
And
as well.
nothing's like there isn't a ton that's super powerful or anything, but it's just a part of everyday life here.
hell yeah. Yeah, I want to get some cool ass magical trinkets. Also, yeah, if there's a blacksmith that's here and doesn't exist in the future, I'm gonna give the guy like 150 gold to hopefully maybe have a blacksmith in the future,
Okay.
in the hopes that will keep a business running and there's a blacksmith in the future, because blacksmiths are sick.
Also, Howler's buying a short sword so I can have a cool fucking first era short sword.
Okay.
If, like, there's a lot of magic stuff going on, are there any, like, weird weapons that like wouldn't necessarily be feasible in future times?
I just had an idea.
Like something unique, like a Sokka sword or something.
Guys, I don't know if you heard Grant where he just said, "I have an idea," looked at me and laughed menacingly.
I heard the
Oh
menacing
no, are you
laugh.
gonna try to cast a spell before the session's out?
I'm not going to try. If it needs to happen for my idea, which it might, then I'll cast a spell. But magic is very prevalent. What if I could find a way to get a dagger infused with Misty Step, so I throw it and get it to come at enemies from behind, regardless of where they are.
You could probably find that.
You could like put in an order for it, and then we just travel like 30 days in the future, and it's already made.
Yeah? But the reason I said might need to cast a spell was because I'm not sure if I would have to cast the Misty Step into it or not.
I want you to have to do that because I want.
Yes.
We should just jump the 800 years like we're playing Animal Crossing. Just every few like weeks, stop until if we find something interesting.
Howler is not going to do that. No patience.
Hey. So, we can just assume Wildfire's ring thing is resolved. What are we resolving next?
Howler brought his scarf and also his short sword.
I'm gonna have to admittedly get back to you on what exactly any of these magic things are, because this is not something I thought out before the session, because, you know,
Okay.
I know it's hard to believe, but I didn't think about what they would be selling
question.
in the market 826 years ago.
One question before you go. Would I have to cast Misty Step into the blade?
Please say yes.
I think probably.
Can we at least go forward in time before we do it?
No, it's not something I get to choose on. It happens. If I cast it in, I would have to cast it into blade. It would happen then and there.
Freeze. Are you prepared to handle this?
I have no fucking clue, but we'll see.
Do we know that you're going to procure said blade?
Well, he already
One of them
rolled.
These people are just gonna show up and slap us all upside the head.
What did you get?
I hate it. I hate it. Caster is able to see his own eyes.
Forever?
Well, I would have to go down and find a condition under which it ends. Oh boy, I rolled a 1 on percentile.
Oh no.
Okay, I can see my eyes until 10 D100 hours have passed.
Does
Wait,
time traveling
10D?
affect that?
No,
I'm
because
sure-
it's personal time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10D100?
Yes. So we got... That's 1 D100. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6.
Invigorating.
7.
He's doing math.
8.
Valid.
9.
What kind of weapon were you looking for, Maya?
10.
I don't know, just something unusual, like
For the next 43 days.
Oof.
like I mean, like maybe some style of sword that's out of date, or like an enchantment that like something unique and weird, not necessarily useful.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk back and rejoin everyone. I hate existence.
What happened?
I
I
can't
can
imagine
see
it
my
could have
own
been anything other
eyeballs.
than your own fault.
You can see your eyeballs from what direction?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
He's just uncomfortably aware of their presence, and it manifests itself in some effect of vision, despite the fact that you can't physically do this.
It's magic. It's okay. When this kind of stuff happens, I at least know how to end it, but I just... This isn't going to end for a month and a half.
Oh, it sucks to be you.
I mean, I can give you something. Some sort of crazy. You
No.
want it? Aw.
I don't think
Sure.
you can willingly.
I might be. It might work.
No, thank you.
Or I might just accidentally magic someone so that they can't stand near doors. That happened once.
What the fuck is wrong with you? I need to know how my date pans out, or is that a next session thing?
That can be a this session thing. We'll finish up with that, since it's the end of the day.
Yay! Is everyone good in the past?
Did I find anything interesting?
You were looking for a magic dagger, right?
That and anything that's like we wouldn't know about now, like old tales of like treasure or whatever, like old like storybooks of this day and age, which would like
I'm going to say yes and get back to you on what specifically that is.
That's totally fine.
Because that's a good thing. It's a fun idea. So yes.
Ooh, I kind of want to find if it exists. It may just not exist, and that's fine. An ancient spell that doesn't exist in the future, so I can show it off to the fucking one dude. It's like, look what I made. The fucking what are they called again?
Conjurists.
Yeah, the conjurists. And rub it in their face.
That would take more time than I think your party members are willing to spend here to find something that doesn't exist in your time.
Okay, that's fine.
Just grab a bunch of spell books.
It's just me and I'm online.
Alright, let's time travel back.
Hold on, let me make my time travel noise. Alright, we're good.
You arrive back in your time, and for a very unpleasant moment, your feet are like 3 inches under the ground and you immediately shoot back up. It's like a video game clipping, but, you know, it's your actual
It's
feet.
like Mirio's quirk.
Yes, but it's very unpleasant because you have no control over it and we're not quite expecting it. Nonetheless, you are now standing in the Forum of modern day, only a few moments after you disappeared. Anyone who was looking thinks that maybe they were just seeing things and because you disappeared for the length of a blink.
Well, if none of us have anything to do, I'm gonna go get ready for my date.
I need to
Sure,
go
we can
gouge
do
my
blind
eyes
date
out so
tomorrow.
I can at least rationalize seeing them.
I'm gonna see if there is a blacksmith now, and I'm gonna ask someone's opinion on the name Gregory.
Yes, please.
Okay. You go to that same corner in the Forum and there is not a blacksmith there. And as you ask around about the name Gregory, a bunch of people give you weird looks and they're like, it's a name?
It's not revered.
Wouldn't choose it.
Okay. He's failed us. The man has failed us. Feels bad, man.
I can't fucking believe he would do this to us.
All right.
I told
Date
you we
time.
shouldn't have trusted him.
Date time.
Date time.
Yeah.
Date time. Date time.
Let me finish writing a thing. Please hold. Okay, so you get ready for your date. You go back to the forum in the evening as things are closing up, and Margot is waiting for you at the top of the chasm. She's like, everyone down there is about to get off. They're just packing everything up. Come on, I'll introduce you to Rachel. She also comments, you look very nice.
Thank you.
Ace does not compute. Please explain what Wildfire is looking for in a woman.
I'm giving, before Wildfire goes on their day, I'm giving you inspiration.
What is Wildfire looking for in a woman?
Yeah,
Woman.
just a woman. I don't know.
I mean,
Like,
she cares about personality more than looks, but a pretty face isn't bad.
okay.
You don't have to describe her if you don't want this.
Yeah,
I understand this is kind of a throwaway.
Yeah, I mean, it's out of my comfort zone as a DM, but I'm okay with it just because.
I just want to give her the
It's-
ring. Like, if you're not
yeah.
comfortable, then
No,
like,
it's
don't
fine.
worry.
We're gonna do this. It'll be fun. But it's outside of things that I usually plan because I just don't think about characters and romance
Yeah.
as a thing most of the time. It literally took somebody in my creative writing workshop class saying that they shipped 2 of my characters in a story for me to realize that, yeah, actually they'd be really good in a relationship together. So that was wild. But yeah, you venture down into the chasm to the first sort of like setup level, and Margot leads you to this blonde dwarf lady, and she's packing up her stuff, and she looks up and goes, "Oh, you must be Wildfire. I'm so excited to meet you." And she comes over, and you can tell she's like had this like long work day, and you look nice, and she looks frazzled from working in a chasm all day, but she is genuinely excited to meet you, holds out a hand for a handshake, and says, "I'm Rachel. I've been working on this dig since we started it. I don't know, you look so nice. I don't know what I was expecting, but I think I'm pleased."
Yeah. I know that you just got off work, so it's okay if you say no. Would you like to go to dinner?
That sounds lovely. Let me just finish packing up my stuff here.
While she does that, I turn to Margot and I'm like, yes.
And Margot gives you 2 thumbs up, like, and then leans over and whispers really quietly, Please distract her from work even for 10 minutes. I beg you."
Oh no, I got her a ring that's from the ancient era. I found a ring from a long time ago. I probably shouldn't give it to her if you don't. Uh-oh.
She'll love it.
Okay.
And Margot gives you one more thumbs up.
We don't have to like do the dinner date. I just want to do giving her the ring.
Yeah, and I had to like introduce you to her.
Yeah. So over dinner, like once it's winding down, I'm gonna be like, so I don't know how common this is of a practice for your people, but from where I grew up, I don't mean your people as in dwarves, I mean where you grew up. Sorry, I'm not
She
good
just
at words
laughs and
sometimes.
goes, "Don't worry about it. I know what you meant."
We give a gift as a sign of affection on a first date and to show that we enjoyed it. So, this, and she'll pull up the ring or the necklace. It was a necklace.
Yeah.
She'll pull out the necklace. I found this first era necklace for you.
She just gets this look of utter disbelief on her face. She's like, "It's beautiful. I can't possibly accept a gift like that. I didn't bring you anything, and
Oh, no! Please take it. You didn't expect that. It's gift enough if you accept it.
well, thank you. I don't know what to say.
It's okay.
I will say I'd be interested in getting dinner another time, if you still are."
Yes, yeah. Yes.
And
She's glowing because when she blushes, she literally glows.
good.
I love her.
So like her face is literally glowing as she's like trying to keep it contained. Yeah. I should be in town for a good while. I'm staying and what inn is it?
The schooled salmon.
I'm staying at the Schooled Salmon and I'll be around the dig site. Do you want me to walk you home?
That would be lovely. Yes.
And like a gentleman, like after they pay for dinner and stuff, Wildfire's gonna offer her arm up to like walk her home classic style, like bright red, like just glowing, so happy.
When you say glowing and bright red, you mean it quite literally. This amuses me.
And her hair, like the tips of it are actually like flaming a bit more than normal. Like, because she's just so excited and happy.
Good.
I love her so much.
So yeah, you have a lovely date. It goes very well.
I get home and I tell Pine everything.
So, yeah. Thus ends our session for the evening.
When did you get down here?
Like 2 seconds ago.
Oh, sorry, Grant's sister appeared.
Ah.
What are you? It doesn't work. What are you doing?
So, anything last minute questions, concerns, reminders before we sign off for the evening?
All
I love
that
the art
someone's
that I did of the characters.
at least
I'm gonna post it
for
in
the
art
first,
chat.
at
Good.
least for the first like week, someone's going to have to keep a close eye on Ezra to make sure he doesn't gouge his eyes out.
Huh?
Great.
I'm trying to find my drawing I posted forever ago of
said
Wildfire.
Daniel said, huh?
Oh, you missed it. I wild magic surged. I can see my own eyes for a month and a half.
Oh, I thought you were talking about real life, and I was extremely
Yeah.
lost.
Someone's going to have to keep Ezra gouging his own eyes out. Because if he gouges them out, then he can rationalize being able to see them.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on Ezra, and if it ever reaches the point where he's gonna gouge his eyes out, I'll just cast the spell magic. to
Okay.
get rid of it.
I'm
But
not.
until it reaches that point.
I don't
won't do
think
it.
that's how. I'm pretty sure that's not how the wild magic surge works.
Oh my god, it's amazing!
I'm glad.
Wine with a little smiley face for Pine.
What happened?
This is
Cool.
very good. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you want to see the artwork
like
that
the
everyone's
funny hat.
panicking about, there's
Well,
a
that's
link
the
to our
hat.
Discord channel or Discord
Renaissance
server
hat,
under
very
our
good.
stream here. And
Thank you.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
same time, same place next week.
Yep.
Cool.
Maybe I can play once, ever. That'd be good, right?
Perhaps.